I talked about the Sony showcase, and now it's time to talk about the Microsoft showcase, and some of the other showcases that happened as well. I will primarily be talking about the Xbox showcase because it has one particular piece of information that is super important. But I do want to say I think most of these games will run pretty well on the new ROG Ally device. But if you like this video or any other video I've made, please like, subscribe, and share with all of your friends. And in the meantime, why don't you check out Off the Console? It's a brand new podcast created by me, Gardner Bryant, and Games Revealed, with guest stars occasionally. And we're doing a special live episode on Friday, June the 6th in preparation for the Summer Games Fest. Check it out. We're gonna go a bit out of order today because I want to talk about the new ROG Xbox Ally X and ROG Xbox Ally. The name is a mouthful, and honestly, I don't know why they couldn't have just called it the ROG Ally 2 or the ROG Ally X2 or whatever. Remember those ROG Ally prototypes that were leaked a couple of weeks ago? Guess what? They were totally real. And guess what? They're totally here. What makes it so different though compared to the Ally 1 or Ally X? Well, the design is very different, see. It's got handlebars, kind of like a PlayStation Portal. The other major difference is the additional Xbox button. So now we have the Xbox button, the Armory Crate button, and the other button that opens up the side menu. Kind of like a quick access menu of sorts. So there are two variants. There's the ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X. One of them features a Z2A processor, and one of them features the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor. Wait, they're calling the Z2 the Ryzen AI Z2? That's crazy. There are also some key differences, like the white model has 16 gigs of LPDDR5X memory, and the ROG Ally X has 24 gigs of faster LPDDR5X memory as well. There's also a difference in storage. The screen is exactly the same for both devices. Both devices feature USB Type-C ports, but the white version has two USB 3.2 ports, and the black model, the Ally X model so to speak, that also has two USB Type-C ports, but one is 3.2 and the other one is USB 4. Yes, both of which feature a micro SD card reader, but it's only UHS 2. You know, the Switch 2 has micro SD Express now, so might have been a good time to use a micro SD Express reader instead. And of course, battery capacity is different too. See, the white model has a 60 watt-hour battery, whereas the black model has an 80 watt-hour battery, mirroring that of the Ally X. This goes to show that just adding more battery to a device is better for the battery life because, I mean, come on dude, there's more battery. But arguably the most interesting part about this is not necessarily the hardware itself, but what changes they've made to Windows. See, Windows is a bad experience for handhelds. Windows as it is right now. But they're promising changes to Windows for these devices. For starters, when you boot into Windows, you don't see Windows. Instead, you see the Xbox interface. The way Microsoft and some other content creators have described this is essentially Windows loads nothing but the processes you need to get that launcher up and running. And then if you need to launch a game, it launches whatever processes are needed for that game to function properly. So, in a way, it's supposedly more optimized than it's ever been. Optimizing in such a way like this does wonders for battery life and game performance as well, two things that SteamOS has primarily enjoyed over Windows. This is more of a wait and see given Microsoft's shaky history with things like handhelds, but to be honest, I'm willing to give Microsoft a fair shake here. And word has it, this isn't just like an ROG Ally improvement. This is seemingly coming to other PC handhelds, or maybe even Windows as a whole. And honestly, if that were the case, I could see there being a strong case for using this new handheld interface on a gaming laptop, and I can find myself doing this on my own gaming laptop as well. This is definitely the most interesting part of Microsoft's whole stream because it shows that Microsoft is taking PC gaming on handhelds seriously. And honestly, I'm always down for more options. Yes, SteamOS is probably still going to be one of the best options for many PC gamers, but this doesn't seem a bad option either. What was also interesting was that they used Silksong as the gameplay footage, and it's all new Silksong footage we've never seen before. I just thought that was hilarious because we didn't actually get a Silksong trailer this year, but whatever, I guess. Deadpool fans stay winning, I guess, right? Now, realistically, I could talk about all of the games in the Xbox thing, but I don't really want to because I just want to talk about the games that interest me the most. So this is the trailer for the new ROG Ally. Oh, hold on for a second. Can we come up with a better name than the ROG Xbox Ally X? Like, can we call it the ROG Ally X2 or something? Come on, I'm really starting to mess up these lines here. I also find it super interesting that we got brand new footage of Silksong in this trailer and not in like a proper Silksong trailer of sorts. But hey man, that's enough Silksong footage to keep r/Silksong satisfied. Have you seen r/Silksong since the Deadpool incident? It was insane. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks super sick. Yakumo looks like he has a lot of new weapons, like this drill staff. It looks insane. And yes, they gave us more Ryu Hayabusa footage. I want to play this game day one, and one has to wonder if this will play well on Steam Deck. Well, I mean, it probably will. 2025 is the year of the ninjas, man. We've got a new Shinobi game, and we've got 2 new Ninja Gaiden games. Beast of Reincarnation is probably the craziest game announcement ever. Game Freak, yes, the very same Game Freak that develops Pokemon, is developing Beast of Reincarnation. Most people don't know that Game Freak isn't actually owned by Nintendo. They're co-owners of the Pokemon IP alongside Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, but they're not owned by Nintendo. They've also released games on Steam as well. Though I will say there are some frame rate issues in some parts of the trailer. I'm not really a stickler for graphics, but knowing the types of games Game Freak makes, either Pokemon or anime adjacent games, it's amazing to see that Game Freak is actually making a true AAA effort here. The game looks pretty sick and it jives with me. I know a lot of people are sick of Souls-likes, but like, this might be good, actually. But will it run on Steam Deck? I mean, I can already see frame rate issues in the trailer itself, so there's no telling if the game will even run well on most platforms, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe they can make this game run at a playable frame rate given that they're not being whipped by Nintendo. The Clockwork game looks pretty cool, but there's a good chance that this won't run well on Steam Deck, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But I certainly do want to play this on PC. Chronos the New Dawn kind of reminds me of Dead Space. Yes, I know, it's not actually Dead Space, and it's probably not like super inspired by Dead Space or anything. It just gives off that vibe, you know? Horror games tend to be a lot more low-key, and so they have a better chance of running well on Steam Deck. People are calling Mudang 2 Hearts Splinter Cell, but in Korea. Korean Splinter Cell sounds pretty awesome, to be honest. I'm not saying Koreans always optimize for the Steam Deck, but what I am saying is more often than not, we've seen AAA Korean games run pretty well on Steam Deck. You know, albeit on low graphics, so I'm assuming this will be much the same. Low graphics, but it'll run pretty well. I don't know if I'm super interested in the Persona 4 remake, but I do have to talk about it because, man, this was like the shortest trailer out there. It wasn't even really a trailer, it was just a single walk cycle. It'll probably run decently on Steam Deck, but like, come on dude, you should have given us a longer trailer. Invincible Versus, a Invincible 3v3 game, and honestly man, I am super curious how this is gonna shake out. I mean, we have Marvel Tokon and we also have Invincible Versus now. There are a ton of tag team fighters out there. Like seriously, you have Marvel, you have Invincible, you have the League of Legends fighter, I can't even remember the name of it to be honest, and the Hunter x Hunter fighting game as well. Man, there are a lot of tag team fighters, and tag fighters tend to be a little more difficult to play at a high level. Like it's easier to get into at like a casual level, but like if you want to play against the gods of tag team fighting, then good luck learning, dude. Will this run well on Steam Deck? I would imagine so. I mean, it doesn't even look as graphically demanding as Street Fighter 6, and that runs pretty decently on Steam Deck when you're like in combat and not in the open world, like world tour area. And they saved a one more announcement for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Okay, listen, I wasn't sure what game this was, but then I saw like the quantum like warpingness and I thought, oh, it's Quantum Break 2. But no, it's Call of Duty. What? How did that happen? The only reason why I'm talking about this is because it's a Call of Duty game and yeah, I'm practically obligated to talk about some of the more popular releases. Unfortunately, Call of Duty has an anti-cheat that prevents it from working on Steam Deck. So that covers everything I was interested in from the Xbox Expo. As for the actual Summer Games Fest Expo, I mean, you saw my reactions in the podcast episode, right? Right? As for some of the other shows, I didn't watch them live, and so I don't really have many thoughts on them. But I did see the announcement for Ultra Kill Layer 8, and let me tell you, can't wait to get back into Ultra Kill. Overall, the most important news is what Microsoft is doing to change Windows for, PC handhelds. but also what ASUS is cooking up, a new ROG device. I want to check out what the new ROG Ally X is all about, so let me know what you want me to do with it. If you like this video, please press the like button and check out our other videos, and if you like those other videos as well, be sure to press the subscribe button and share the good gospel of high-tech lowlife with your friends. Furthermore, we have a community Discord for enlightened individuals such as you. And if you wish to further support high-tech lowlife, be sure to check out our Patreon page. Links in the description.